Hi everyone, Steve here. Well, welcome to another video. We're at the town of Echuca. We're going to stay here for a few days. We're camped up over at the NRMA Caravan Holiday Park. Absolutely amazing, great toilets, great facilities, and if you are an NRMA member, you can save a few dollars. You can see old Harry parked over behind me there. But we're going to go for a walk up into the town. We're right near the Murray River where all the steamboats are, houseboats, all moored up. So not far to walk. There's a little gate right where we are there, so we've only got to walk not far and come up here and you can see one of the steamboats or paddle boats, whatever you want to call them, coming up the river there now. How cool is that? So we're going to try and get a tour on one of them and see if we can go for a bit of a cruise up the river. So let's walk up into the town and have a look around, eh? Cheers everyone, show you a bit more in a minute. Okay, we've made it down to the start of the town and we're actually going to go inside here and see if we can book a ticket for riding on one of the paddle boats. So there's the Adelaide, that's one of the oldest boats here, built in 1886 I think it was. That's only a model though, but we're going to go in here and see what we can do about booking a ticket to go on a bit of a cruise.
No. It's okay. Mum will pick you up if you want to. It's okay.
They probably will have to walk on that grate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't see it down there.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Thank you. No worries. Whichever way you go. Quick. Huh? Yeah.
Just sit there, okay? Sit there.
Okay, here we are on the paddle ship Prevency, got it right, Prevency. There's some old photographs, but we'll have a look in here first because this is where we are. So this is the old kitchen galley area, so you can see the old furnace there, the old wash-up sink, some great old equipment there, and as we turn around you can see the old steam engine. Now this has been fully restored, and I was just talking to one of the crew down there and they were telling me they burn a ton of wood a day doing about 4 trips up the Murray River. So we're going to see that running soon, so we'll come back down and have a look at that once they start it up. Beautiful old engines, I love listening to them run. So here's a little bit of a workshop area, nice vice there, and we'll just step over the shaft there that goes to the paddle wheels and we'll head out the back of the boat. So there's the galley in there where they serve people lunches, wine, alcohol. You can drink while you're going on this bit of a cruise. And as you would have seen when we were coming in, we had a mad rush to get on here because we went into the office there and they said, it's just about to leave. So we run down that deck that's at the back of the boat there. You can see it there. I'll show you later on. But there's the old wharves there. You can see the crane hanging down there where they would have loaded cargo. This was a working boat, so it's not set up for passengers, but it is now. And as we walk back through here, I'll quickly show you a photo on the wall here. This boat is very famous because it was in a TV series, All the Rivers Run. Sigrid Thornton and Dennis Walters. I hope I got that right. Doing it on the fly. But we'll walk back past the engine area there and we might make our way just to the upper decks and have a look around while Annie is there keeping Winnie and Jasper pacified. Yes, it is dog friendly. You can see them there. They want to follow me around. Annie's doing a great job there holding on to them. But we'll go up the top here, walk up the stairs up here and we'll see what we can see. So there's quite a few little boats that you can tour on the Murray River. There's the Adelaide, which we'll have a quick look at the back of the boat here in a minute. But here's one of the rooms. Nice little bunk in there, very tiny, very compact. Sigrid Thornton might have stayed in that room. And there's the Murray down there. A couple of little swallows trying to nest. Another room. They're all pretty well exactly the same, sort of set out in their heritage format. You can go to the toilets when you're on here as well. But we'll just have a quick sneak peek in the captain's area up there where he steers the boat, does all the work. I think you can probably walk through there, but I'm not going to try. I don't want to get kicked off before we even start the bit of a cruise. 57 persons can ride up on the top here. There's another old paddle boat down there at the bow of the ship, and I think what they're going to do, they're going to pull out and do a 3-point turn and come back again, but that might be the stern actually back there, so I think the bow's up the other end. Not sure. No, it would be there. That would be the bow there. There's the captain there. He's going to do a little bit of a talk here now and tell us all about it. Now, I did have, as I said, there's the cargo that they could lower down off the crane up on the wharves there to load all the ships with whatever they were carting, whether it be wool, grain, supplies for the town. It is a beautiful little town, Echuca. We are definitely going to come back and spend some more time here. We may do it when we do the Legends for Charity in 2026. Yeah, so the Legends for Charity 2026. So I am actually recording the audio for some of this video because I had horrible trouble with me mics, but we're just waiting for the captain here to pull out. He is turning the wheel there now, I think, and he's going to make his way out from the dock. So as soon as the footage clears up a bit, the captain does explain a fair bit about what is going on the river here and what we're going past. So I'll let you sit back and enjoy his commentary because it's not too bad. And then if I need to, I'll come back on again and explain more to you. So let's hear what the captain's got to say.
Away from the wharf, the first vessel on our right hand side is the paddle steamer Adelaide. She's the oldest wooden-hulled paddle steamer still operating anywhere in the world. Built in 1866, and she recently had her 158th birthday. She still has her original engine on board. Now the Adelaide spent 90 years working for Murray River sawmills. She also spent 20 years in the Rose Gardens just outside the Discovery Centre until she was restored and put back on the water, and then she was recommissioned by the then Prince Charles and Lady Diana. Now in the wet dock here, they're all private paddle steamers. We have the Britannia at the front, the Black Shag, the Adventurer, Paracuda, Turalura and the Ranger at the back.
So there's the Adelaide over there. The captain was just talking about it. Only a small boat, but 1886.
A couple of paddle steamers up in front of us from the 1870s. The first one is the Amphibious. She's built for the ironworks down in Melbourne in the 1970s. She was a catch boat and she made her way up here. Recently been sold, and from what we hear she's heading down to Renmark in South Australia. In front of her is the Hero. The Hero was a floating store. She was burnt to the waterline Boundary Bend, brought back up here to Echuca, restored by a local businessman. Not much you see above the waterline is original, but she's a tidy little boat. As we swing around here to make our way downriver, get good time to get photos of the wharf. Now the wharf started its construction in the 1860s and was built upon many times to keep up with the growth of the river trade. She's the busiest inland port in the southern hemisphere and the third busiest port in Australia, only behind Melbourne and Sydney. In its heyday, this wharf was 3/4 larger than we see here today. In the 1940s, when the river trade had slowed down and rail had become dominant in taking cargo around Australia, they pulled down 3/4 of this wharf, took it down to Melbourne, to the foundry in Maribyrnong, and it was used to fuel their boilers to make munitions for the war effort. Now in our highest flood in recorded history in 1870, water lapped the top of this wharf, and we also had 3 foot of water down the main street of Echuca. Now the small paddle steamer that we see in front of us now, that's the Alexander Arbuthnot. She's our youngest boat. She was built in 1923 for the Arbuthnot Mills down in Koondrook. Behind her is the D26 outrigger barge. These outrigger barges were towed behind paddle steamer Adelaide, taken once again to Palmer, to the forest. The logs were chained to the sides of these outriggers. This one for display, the outriggers were actually smaller than what they were in their working day. So the chains held the logs to the sides of the outriggers, and they were floated back to the port here, and then they were dragged up the hill on the timber slipway straight in the Evan Brothers mill.
So there is the original name when it was on the All the Rivers run, the Philadelphia. This is a memorabilia room to All the Rivers run. So there's some great posters. That was their dining table. If you watch that TV show, this is probably what this room would have looked like. And that was the name they gave the boat, the Philadelphia. But I'll see if I can get the audio to come back up again. But I think the captain was talking about the boat up on the hill there that's been restored. It was burnt to the waterline, and it has been restored by a local businessman so that they can get it back on and cruise it up and down the Murray River. So there's Sigrid Thornton and John Walters there, out of costume. But there's some great photographs in here if you are a lover of that TV show. I remember my mother absolutely loved that TV show, so it was a great mini-series. So let's head back out and see what else we've got to say. Well, yeah, I couldn't get the sound to work, so I'm continuing a dub. He was basically just talking about all these different boats and that here that you can either hire out, they run functions, weddings, all sorts of stuff like that on here. So you walk past these on back to our caravan park. But there's Annie, there's Winnie and Jasper enjoying it. I'm going to take over from Annie so she can take a few photos herself, and hopefully she gets some good photos so I can put up at the end. And then we'll have another look at the steam engine, and we'll finish off this part of the video and we'll go back in and have a look around the town. So cheers guys, I'll see you in a second. How cool is the steam engine? I could just sit there and watch that running all day. So you can see it driving the crank there. The steam's coming up through all here, running the pistons, driving the crank, and then that's running the paddle wheels on either side of the boat. So there you go, driving down, and that's out the back there at the stern of the boat. Pretty cool, eh? Okay guys, what we might do now is I'll probably finish off this part of the video here on the paddle boat, and Annie and I are going to go have something to eat, have a drink, enjoy the trip. That is the Murray River flag up there. But yeah, there's some great sights to see along here. There's some old paddle steamers all along the riverbank here with their own private docks for people to walk down to them. So make sure you do come check it out. When we get back, we'll have a little bit of a look around the dock itself. Cheers! There, we're going to go for a walk along the rest of the dock area and maybe have a little bit of look around the township area now that we've managed to get onto the river cruise. But there's plenty to see up here as well. Lots of old memorabilia. There's some old cranes up here because this would have been a working dock, and there's an old shed there where all the cargoes would have been in there, all the wool, grain, everything that would have been transported up the river, lumber, timber, all the red gums that are growing up along the river there. But what a fantastic little town, and so much history to look at. So there's a heap of the boats there, showing you how they were built, how they were restored. A lot of old wagons here. There's an old train that would have pulled up right here at Echuca, and they would have unloaded all the cargo ready to go on the boats, and vice versa, take all the cargo off the boats and supply all the merchants around town. It is really an amazing little spot to come to. I've been to some great little towns, Old Sydney town, down near Sydney. I don't know whether that's still running. And up in Wauchope there's a little place called Wauchope in New South Wales called Timbertown. And they have a lot of old buildings, and it's a representation of a town back in the 1880s. So Hope you're enjoying. Like always, if you've got any questions, queries or comments, leave them down below. Hopefully I've got enough footage to keep you entertained. But we'll go have a little bit look at a bit more now. Cheers everyone. Absolutely beautiful up here. What a spot. Also, one other thing guys, what you might not realise, over there is New South Wales and over here is Victoria. Annie's doing the little jump here, so there's a line on the wall there, New South Wales and Victoria.
We are in the kids are in Victoria, I'm in New South Wales.
So in two different, oh no, they're in New South Wales now.
No, I'm in Victoria and they're in New South Wales.
So they're jumping the state lines. So how cool is that? There's a sign up there, two different flags. New South Wales and Victoria in the one spot. So on top of the little old railway bridge here, you can see the train and the train tracks where they would have pulled up at the sheds and unloaded all the cargo. There's an old signal there. And we're just walking across the other side and you can see an old building over there. There's a lot of old buildings down here. They've kept it sort of part of the old town. Got the road all covered in gravel as well. And what you mightn't know, you've got the Union Jack there, but on the other side is actually a flag that was designed for the Murray River had its own flag. So it was before all the colonies were joined together. But that's it over there, their flag flying on the left hand side there. I never knew that till I got here today. I showed before, but because we were busy catching the riverboat, but we had to rush because we only just made it. But that's the where you walk down and go underneath the wharfs and where you can catch them. So up here is where the office is, where we went in. But that's where we come out and walk down. But we're going to have a look through here now. It looks like they've got some old steam engines that they run. This would have been like a sawmill type setup. Anyone that would have, this would have run all the machinery. Yeah, I was pretty well right. So you can see all the pulleys running down here. And there's the sawmill over there for cutting all the lumber up that they would have transported through here throughout the ages. Look at the size of that blade there. Work health and safety wouldn't have been around here in the 1800s. Would have been hard yakka. I got to grab the doggies for Annie. She's trying to take a photo. Okay, we've come out of the port of Echuca. We had to come back through there after our little cruise. It was absolutely fantastic. Make sure you do it. But I just wanted to show you some of the things around the little old buildings and little old township they've got here. So Bridge Hotel on the corner there, and you can see all the old sort of representative of all the old shops and everything that would have been here. And there's a modern car driving up the main street, right in me shot. Should be a horse and cart, shouldn't it? But there's some old drays there. Some great old shops. Really worth checking out. Here's an old post and rail for tying up the horses. And there's some old buildings here. That's where you used to be able to book all your paddle steamer thing. Now have a look at this building here. Annie's going in here. It's St. Annie's Winery, Echuca. Wonder if she'll get a free wine. But we'll go in, we'll have a look around. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Like, look at all the bottles of wine and barrels and everything in here. We'll go in and we'll check it out, eh? It smells good. I won't do any more filming, but have a look at all the barrels over there. Looks pretty cool. So I just tried the St. Anne's musket. I'm going back there to buy some. There's a lot of other old homes here. And you can do the tour on the down the river there and tell you all about the production of the timber and the steamboat stuff if you want to too. So there's lots to do here. The Whistle Stop Gallery. There's a star hotel here, you can get meals, pizzas, all sorts of things. Winnie and Jasper, when we come down here yesterday, have a look at this nice old alleyway. How cool does that look? I love that. But here is the WMMC McCulloch Property Realtors. Looks like a gift shop of some sort. You can walk through to the other street. And there's a tourist information centre here. Free fudge tasting. I'm into free stuff, so might have to try some free fudge. We'll go in there, eh? Okay, we've just made it to the end of the old town street here. That's where you come back up off the boat, off the paddle steamers. If you come up there, you can walk across there. But the old part of the town all runs down through the other side there. There's heaps of old buildings, there's stuff down there. I can't show it all on this video because I want you to have your own adventures. So that is probably about it. What do you reckon, Annie?
Yeah, you could spend a couple of weeks here and still not see it all.
No, we've really enjoyed it and we're glad we stopped off. So we are going to go explore a little bit more. And what do I always say, Annie? At the end? Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, like, share and subscribe. Something along
And
that.
if you have any comments, leave them down below.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, everyone.
As you can tell, I don't watch your video.
Annie doesn't watch my videos, she reckons. She does, because she proof watches them for me. But we'll see you on the next one, everyone. Stay safe, look after each other, and bye. We're going to enjoy this beautiful little town. Cheers, everyone. I might put some photos up at the end, show you what we've looked at. Bye. Don't forget about that flag. I'm going to buy one of them. Yeah.